clarity and a clear mind. And it's just interesting because this concept is so strong that even if you know better, um, it can still invade your thoughts. And this is a false concept. You don't have to. It's not required that you have a clear mind, or that you are in a good space, or that you have uh, purity or some higher level of consciousness to meditate. It's exactly the opposite. You meditate to find those spaces. You meditate to find connection. You meditate to find peace of mind, to unburden yourself and to empty all the noise that is in your physical consciousness. This is why you meditate. You don't have to be in a good space. In fact, if you're in a bad space, it's even more helpful and more important to meditate. It might not be as fun, but it's more critical and you get more benefit. So, having a good space to meditate in is helpful, but not required. To have a good state of mind is helpful to meditate, but not required. And if you don't have that, maybe it takes you a little bit longer, but you should meditate even more. If you don't have time to meditate, that's when you absolutely need to meditate. Purity is bullshit, but um, finding your center, finding your connection, finding the real you, and finding that inner connection, that deep connection, that's not purity, that's just well-being. So maybe that is a better concept to shoot for. Meditation works best if you do it regularly. Once a day is a good amount of time. And don't think 5 minutes is going to cut it. You need to do like 20 minutes a day or more. And 20 minutes is really not that long. The reason I say 20 minutes is a minimum is because it takes most people at least 5 minutes. And that's if they really know what they're doing and have a regular meditation practice to get into a meditative state. That first 5 and possibly 15 minutes is just getting into a meditative state. Being able to get to the point where you can actually sit there and do nothing. So, 20 minutes minimum, yeah? I mean, if you're just starting out, you want to do 5, 10, 15, work your way up to 20, great. But make sure you get to 20 minutes, and that should be your first mark. And I always hear people saying, I can't meditate. Why can't they meditate? Well, there's a lot of answers. I can't keep a clear mind. You don't need a clear mind. You just need to sit and do nothing. Really, that's all you need to do. I find really hard to do nothing. I just think of all the things that you need to do. Yeah, well, when you sit down and you try to do nothing, and then you think of all the things you need to do, all the things you need to get done, all your worries, all these things, you've already started to meditate. So you're doing fine. It's not that you not meditating yet. It's that you're in the first phase of meditation. You're getting to the point where all the things which you have locked in your mind, waiting to be resolved, are coming and saying, "Oh yes, we're here. We need to be resolved." That is meditation, because when you do nothing, then you start to clean house. Then you start to work on these things. When you're actively doing things, that's when you're going to push those things to the back, to make room for the stuff that you're doing now. But when you stop doing those now things, then the old stuff starts to come and ask for acknowledgement, ask to be processed, ask for attention. So don't be confused if you get to a point when you start to meditate that you get distracted. That distraction is the process of meditation. Allow yourself to be distracted, but don't dwell on it. Try to reduce the amount of time you stay distracted, but don't think that if you are distracted, that's failure. Just get good at realizing that you got distracted, acknowledge you got distracted, and then let go or move past those things that are distracting you, and just It's a process. Just keep doing that. So, what is meditation good for? Well, it's good for maintaining and managing your well-being. It's good for creating health and well-being. It's good for creating peace of mind and de-stressing. It's good for creating connection within yourself. It's good for getting to know who you are and your purpose. It's good to deepen and have a better understanding of your connection to your personal God or to your soul. It is good for keeping you on track in this thing called life. And what else is it good for? Meditation, because it does have the aspect of incorporating or strengthening our spirituality or our connection to our spirituality. It also helps us to develop things like intuition, because intuition is, well, certain types of intuition may be in part mind, but all intuition is actually the process of integration and connection between our soul and our physical consciousness. And when I say physical consciousness, I mean mind, feeling, gut, heart, all those things. So if you want to develop your intuition, meditation is really important and really helpful. All right, so we reached 40 minutes. I think I spent a little too much time on a few things and not enough time on a number of things, but I'm actually pretty happy with this first round. And maybe I'll listen to it later, make some notes, see how much I went and then formulate a bit and then do another version. Hopefully, I think it would be good to do about at least 3 versions, maybe 5. And then try to do a cut, which is a public cut that we can publish also in the website. So, and Leah and whoever, please do give me your feedback. It helps me have more perspective. So, thank you for listening. 40 minutes, 41 and a half minutes. Bang.